sent by Dr. Hurst to request a graphic gallery for the last school on May 22nd. Freshmen, sophomores, and juniors, please check your email for information about your schedule for next school year. Please note deadline changes will be May 20th. Class of 2025, senior painter day park and spot sales. Go on sale Friday, May 17th at 7 o'clock in front of Mr. Little's room. Spot selection is first come, first pick. Pick up the form to turn in which is $50 anytime this week from Mr. Little. Seniors and students, at this time, we do not have a exemption back yet. We are anxious to get the results permanently met our goals. We will let you know as soon as we find out. We will carry over into report for goals met for next year to our next year juniors and seniors. Lists of overdue library books have been posted on the library windows. Come and check it out to see if you return a book or two or three. Chromebook check-in begins Monday in the library or as soon as you finish your last. You will need your computer, case, and charger, or you will be fined for the replacement. Computers are $250, cases are $20, and chargers are $25. For lunch today, we will be serving pizza, corn, applesauce, cookies, fruit, and veggie bar, and milk. Happy birthday today to Ariana Barasta, Connor Eichbush, and Miss Sonia Hargrave. Have a good day, Bulldog.
Okay, for next week, finals week, make sure you bring your Chromebook and your charger, because it's gonna be a test, so your computer's gonna be on for at least an hour, so bring a charger. What's that? Press the button.
Okay, also, one more thing, I thought I was looking for ways that you guys can, study for the finals. I think that there is a way that you can go back into each one of your smart books and do the recharge, which means you go back over the concepts that you missed. That way it kind of teaches you the concepts. That might be a good way to study this weekend, is going in there and doing the recharge on your smart book, okay? I think that's probably it. Did I talk about, and we're gonna try to do our test in here, because it will be a quiet location. I will bring in a bunch of headphones because, the test need more time. We will definitely get more time. Because of this is important to know. Study, for studying for the final, go back into the smart book and do the recharge. That's a good way to study for your final. And we're gonna do all the testing here, because it is a quiet location and it will be allowing you to. Yes, you're finally online.
Oh no.
Get on your coat.
Terrible.
It is actually pretty easy, but I'll final I can give it another final. Girls,
Miss
well,
Lights.
I'm not sure. The online portion is pretty nice, so I think you guys will actually like it. And we're gonna like it when it does the grading. I love the grading for us, when we do, we put the grading. Okay?
How many people will be missing final day? Because remember, final makeup is on May 28th at 8 a.m.
So, then you'll be here Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday would be your. Oh, you have to do, find out the answer.
Forgot what word that is. I can't spell it. No.
Oh,
Then I will hand you one.
and then just turn to the model two.
I don't know what word.
Okay. So did we already talk about the labeling of the arms? of the bones, okay, so we already went through the bone labeling.
That's not bad. I think
And
that's-
then did we talk about what are the variety of ways in which, the tables in this field could use their forearms? Yes? We talked, okay, good, we're on 12. All right, so then in this model 2, shows several homologic, structures. These limbs and body parts are similar in structure. Ancestry, but not be similar in function. 2 or more of the similarities of bone structure in these 4 animals. Anybody? Go ahead. Yes, they all have a humerus. If you look, they all have a radius, an ulna.
Don't they all have a
Yep, a set of carpals and a set of metacarpals and phalanx.
In the box, the different.
Difference or anything. Differences about the length of the bones, the number of carpals, the number of metacarpals, things like that, number of phalanges, shapes of the bones or the joints. Those are all options that you can have for B. It's the only hint deal. Okay. Describe the location of the blueprint that determines the structure of each of these forelimbs. As the organism develops from the embryo to an infant. Where is this blueprint at?
No.
It's kind of a tricky question, but it's so easy. You were like, oh. It's the DNA of the organelle cells that contain the blueprint, okay? And how each organism develops. So you should have the DNA, okay? 14, what do the similarities among the forelimb bones arranged on of these diverse animals imply about their ancestry? Say again? Yeah. Like a common ancestry would be correct, yes. 15, which 2 animals in model 2, sorry, would you predict to have the most DNA sequences in common?
Dog and dog.
The dog and what?
Human.
The
Human.
dog and human? That would be mine too. I'm really confused because it says the dog and the whale have the same number of bones in this category. So they would share the most DNA. But
Wait, what?
humans and the dog bones are similar in length and shape, so they would also share the most DNA.
I understand what the dog and the whale would have to do, because all their bones are exactly the same. One is being very split,
But I guess because we're talking about similar length and shape also, so they would share the most DNA.
Also, I would think that with evolution,
15.
with the whale evolving a little further from swimming mode as opposed to walking and grasping.
So it just says the answers will vary, so you can have
As long as you
either
do
one,
it.
as long as you can defend your reasoning. Number 16, you had to read, the extensive research that was done. Number 16, is yours blank? Okay, no. So which organism, B, C, or D, is closely related to and support your answer?
B.
B. So, good guess. So the A organism is mostly related to the B organism because why?
It has a higher percentage of DNA similarity.
Yes, high percentage of DNA, 97%. The organisms with similar heredity information are more likely to be closely related. So then B, which pair of organisms in this table are least closely related? Support your answer.
B.
Go ahead, Aubrey. You need to go to the bathroom? Okay, go. Answer to B,
It's D.
it is D. So support your answer, why, how much for, 50% similar DNA. So then, since this organism's heredity material becomes less similar as their ancestors become more distant related. Relieve your stuff and try to come back, okay, because we have notes we need to do. Okay,
Notes.
yes.
What?
So letter C, which parent organisms most likely shares a recent common ancestor?
D.
Maybe like B, because we have similar.
Oh, you want to see?
Yeah,
On C.
C.
Oh, it didn't give an exact, letter, but you're basically, it's the previous generation. Why?
Here.
Because that's where you're mostly gonna get your most related DNA structure from, okay? So as long as you said something to the regards of like the previous generation, that would be what the correct answer is. It's not a specific letter. 17, support other organisms. Organism X is discovered. Suggest how scientists would use the DNA comparison to classify organism X. What do you think that, or what do you think that scientists would do if a new organism just popped up?
Research it.
Yes, you're gonna start with the most recent ancestor to base your DNA comparison off of. If the organism has nearly identical DNA in the comparison, scientists would know that it is closely related to that species.
Exactly
So
what.
if there is relative little similarity, then they would know that this is an entirely different species and perhaps put it in its own group. Okay? Whoa, you okay, Karen?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's,
Carter, what are you
we
doing?
didn't do any of the other ones. Okay, make sure you leave those out so I can go around, make sure they're done, and then Mr. Maxey. Okay?
Oh, yeah, it's done. I spelled my name on it. There you go. You got yours too.
Today. I just put it on there.
They are.
Wait, actually? Oh,
I wasn't here yesterday.
you weren't? I thought you were.
I was in other classes, not this one.
I know it was me and Finn that was. Yeah, I think it was just me and Finn and Carter.
Yesterday. We had a band.
Was it for the seniors?
It lasted from first hour to like start of fourth hour.
Yeah.
It was that.
It's like a bracelet thing. I don't even know what it's for.
Okay.
Hi. It wasn't me.
Oh, just one thing today.
Yeah, I got it. I bet you could do it as a fidget spinner.
Thank you. Yes, Karen. Oh, I don't, I'm just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Feeling very generous today.
They're scratched. Awesome.
Do you want me to put it into the vote?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Okay.
And then the other one.
Stop, we didn't do the same.
I'm dying.
Do you want this?
You got it. This,
I
this
want
guy's
it.
under check, he's gonna put some grades in.
My brother did.
Ready? So it snows now?
It snows now.
I'm gonna do it, I promise.
We're gonna touch the tree.
I'm still on it.
That'd be good for the farmers updates.
No, I'm not sure.
You said he's not gonna do it. I don't think he said that.
I'm gonna check this way.
My
My new chat.
You never know it's there.
chat with the crowd.
Bro, you just shrunk.
Purposely.
Why?
Felt like it.
Yeah. So.
Feel like shrinking. Robbing this chair.
I can,
Go back to mine.
we're just a review tonight, so we're probably.
We'll probably take notes and,
Right.
start moving.
Oh,
And I got it down.
Skibbity.
Depends on who it is.
I was gonna see that.
I'll be in church.
I see one.
It's not even Thanksgiving yet. What are you doing?
Are you gonna go mom?
Especially if it's the ones that you-
Yeah. I'm not gonna catch anything.
Uh-huh.
Anyways.
What are you guys doing?
Which one would we go to? Would we go to the small one? That's where like the fast.
I don't expect that.
I think the same thing. I did like that suggestion.
Are you guys trying to play your life?
Okay, we're starting module 3. No, lesson 3, module 714.
Oh, no.
Lesson 3. This is our last notes of the season, people. The year has gone by so quick.
Year's been going on so quick, but what about?
Okay. And then
Can't
tomorrow,
even
I
see.
downsized the smart book
Saying anything.
for review. And then Monday, we'll have a full day to review, ask questions, comments, concerns. And then you guys will have the test on
Friday, Wednesday, Thursday,
Tuesday.
Saturday.
I was gonna ask you to do this, Maggie. I noticed on the.
One chat right, but I can't see the chat.
Right.
Because if I did.
Wait, Mr. Matthews, how much points will I get if my notebook's full?
It's technically the shut down.
I never did this before. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to see
It was kind of
what they're saying, but I can't see anything.
My problem was,
And
No,
also,
I
guys,
do, bro.
if you see a book open in your little dashboard, it means it's open for you to do, and I would do it this time. And then you need to let Mr. Maxey or I know so we can update.
Or maybe if I was to
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get
So if you could pull them up and open them, there, we'll accept them. Because I have to put grades in there. I'll probably put grades in it. I think I have these. Oh, no, tomorrow, Sunday.
I'm partially stupid.
Sunday class was out. You come there and work.
Yeah,
You're not coming there and work.
I think you know that.
What are you missing?
Work only, Carter. No.
Okay, shaping evolutionary theory. Our opening question is, what patterns can be observed in evolution? Basically, what is evolution?
I have no idea.
Change over time.
Change over time. So can we see that happening in the fossil record?
Yeah,
Yeah, possibly.
I knew it.
Also, think about all the different species that are out there. Okay, that's divergent evolution. Okay, they're filling a different niche. Okay? When one species disappears, there's no pressure or competition in that area. So new species can evolve and fill those niches. Okay? So that's another one. Okay, this is all the stuff we're gonna talk about. I'm not gonna go through that list. Man, this book hits a lot of stuff that we don't touch until AP Bio. So there's a lot of good stuff in this new textbook. Okay. And just getting you exposed to it will give you an advantage when you get to AP Bio. Just saying. Oh, you do not have to take AP Bio. Okay, natural selection is not the only mechanism of evolution. Evolution occurs in a population level with genes and raw material. Yeah, I mentioned this to you before when we started. Populations evolve, individuals do not. Populations evolve, individuals do not. Okay, population genetics. Okay. Hardy-Weinberg showed that evolution will not occur in the population unless allele frequencies are acted upon by forces that cause change. Okay. So the second paragraph of question 8, Hardy-Weinberg's principle states that when allele frequencies remain a population in genetic equilibrium.
Yeah.
Okay. When it's in genetic equilibrium, that means they are evolving. And it's just the change in the
I guess.
allele frequency. If that shifts, there's been a change. And they evolve, or have, or are. You know, Hardy-Weinberg is usually just a snapshot of what's happening now. Okay? Think about if we took a snapshot of the human population right now, and then 10 years later we did it again. It'd probably show that the allele frequency is consistent and we are not evolving. Okay? But if we did that over 100,000 years or 1 million years, our genetic population is going to change. Okay? And we would evolve. Okay, in this population, notice the birds are still a 2-to-1 ratio. There is no evolution happening. The population is just growing. That's all that's happening. Okay? But the population, the allele frequency is the same. It's still a 2-to-1 ratio. Okay? We got 2 gray, every red. This is the formula for equal in algebra.
Oh,
The old
complicated.
binomial. Okay, so p squared plus 2p cubed plus q squared equals 1. We also know that p plus q equals 1. So in this case, p squared is the homozygous dominant alleles. The 2p cubed are the heterozygous alleles. And the q squared is the homozygous recessive alleles. So if we can solve this equation, because that's the allele frequency. 1 is 100%. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, because fractions are percents are in decimals. So if it hits 1, that means we got 100%. Okay, population genetics. The Hardy-Weinberg principle talked about these things have to be in place for equilibrium to happen. Okay. So our first one, there's no genetic drift. The second one, there's no gene flow. The third one is there's no mutation. Inbreeding.
Oh.
Natural selection. There's no forces acting on these alleles. In AP Bio, I teach it backwards. I teach the 5 pillars of evolution. Those 5 things. What this is. Okay. Change in the allele frequency population. Change in the allele frequency. Okay. This has a big effect on small. Those 2 big populations, smaller population than larger. Okay, the founder effect. Occurs when small sample population settles in a location separated from the rest of the population. Okay, so this would be like the Darwin's is on Galapagos. There's a America huge nation. Only a handful make it to the island. They are the ones that are mating and growing. All the finches are similar to that. Founder effect. There's an island in French Polynesia. So when it was under control of France, came to the island, it was a island, they were settled there. Had a disorder which was very, very rare in the French population. Okay. But when they got to the island, everybody on that island, and it's huge there on the island because they brought it there. That's the founder. But it's very rare in the French population. Okay. Bottleneck results when a population declines to a very low level and rebounds. Okay, our old textbook used to have a thick bottle with yellow beads and red beads. Okay, that homogeneous mixture. Okay, you tip over. Are all of them going to come out?
No.
That's the bottleneck effect. Only a few fall out. So now we got a few different population down here. If they rebound, it's going to change the allele frequency from the original population. Okay, so that's the bottleneck effect. So we have a big population, it goes to a small population, and then it rebounds. It's going to be different. It might be just as easy as moving to a different area or a fireplace. So they only ones that are alive are the ones that are going to be reproduced. It just makes the population smaller. And then it will rebound because think if the population is smaller and they're in the same habitat, there's no more, there's less competition. So they're going to start to reproduce again. Okay, gene flow. A population in genetic equilibrium experiences no gene flow. And gene flow is the random movements of genetic information.
That's going to be a bunch.
So it's going to be immigration or emigration. So if I have a new family move into my community, they are now part of the population. Okay, I've had new genes flow into the population. Okay, let's say a family gets in a car crash, they all die. Those genes are no longer. That is emigration of genes. Okay? They're going out. Okay, so just random movement of genetic information. Okay, non-random mating. Okay, a population in genetic equilibrium must exhibit random mating. This rarely occurs in populations. Instead, mating occurs between individuals in close proximity. Okay. It used to be said that you usually marry somebody within 10-mile radius.
Is that true though?
It was,
Oh.
but we travel a lot more now.
I guess so.
Okay. We can marry people on the other side of the globe now. We meet more people. Where when we used to have, married in that population, it was like, oh, we had to hook up the horse and, ride down the road, go to church, whatever, meet people. Okay. So non-random mating. Okay, mutations. A mutation is a random change in genetic material. The cumulative effect of mutations in a population might shift the allele frequency. So if we continually get those mutations, okay, and notice, most mutations are lethal. They're There's a small handful which will be beneficial, but you still have to survive developmental, embryo development. So you gotta be able to be born and grow to an age that you can reproduce before those alleles hit the population. Okay, natural selection, there's 3 different effects. So the first one, natural selection acts to select the individuals that are best adapted for survival and reproduction. Okay, this is natural selection in the environment. We have stabilizing effects. There is resistance to the outliers, and therefore the center population. Okay, notice that's just a bell-shaped curve. That's the total population. Most of them are going to be average, right in the middle. Okay? So if they move to the middle from the outsides, that is a stabilizing. It's acting upon, and this is the sweet spot, and everything's moving to the center. Okay, we've got a directional effect, okay, which the environment changes, and the outlier is favored. So check this out. So I got my green one here. Notice how all the fish are kind of scattered. We got a few outliers here, okay? Now if I have global warming and my water warms up, because this is the best temperature for these fish, some of them can survive in higher temperatures, some like it at lower temperatures. But if the whole water column changes and shifts to a warmer temp, these guys are now the sweet spot, okay? This is going to start to grow. These are going to diminish, okay? So that's directional selection. Okay. Disruptive selection is when the majority is affected and the outliers start to grow. Okay. We're just disrupting it. It's not that nice bell-shaped curve. Now we've got these 2 little humps on the ends. Okay. That's directional. Or sorry, disruptive. Okay. Being that my last couple hours, we've gotten to this spot, we're going to stop here so we're all on track. And we'll finish up the notes tomorrow, do a smart book. For a walk, like right now, I think we're going to have like 8 minutes.
We're like 10.
Oh, yes,
Where's post?
that's true.
Okay.
If
you're a smart
This is
book-
Postman, this is Postman.
Yeah, get your smart books open if you haven't gotten them. Oh, nope. You did the last one, you did. Nice job.
Okay, children.
They're connected to the bottom.
Do we keep these? Or do we throw these away?
We can throw them away. You throw them away. Throw them away.
That's it.
Just now. So.
Hey, Ben, do you need any other rest?
Bro, this lady's crazy.
Yes. You're the inside man.
Playing tic-tac-toe?
I did.
Let's play some tic-tac-toe. But I could beat you. Second.
Yes.
What about that? That right there, right in the middle, buddy. No, why? Why are you doing that? No. There you go. You want to say anything to the 5 billion people watching? Are you page numbering them?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he wants us to do them.
Actually, this Mr. Gorson made us do that, and I did not do that.
We should get as many points as possible.
We have points literally taken off for literally not having page numbers because he wanted to make it look like a book.
I can't count very well.
23, 24, 25.
Look at this line.
So it's the public.
Yeah, come on.
You're gonna do a table of contents too?
There's 25, right?
Yeah. Brian Gorson, we had to do all that stuff. That was like so hard. I shrunk.
I want to see all. You're not even like cool.
What's a geeky bear?
You don't want to. You don't want to. You don't want to make it. You don't.
What is Bro, I'm in the middle of a live stream. Don't you see?
What?
No, don't end the stream. He's trying to end the live stream.
Has to be organized.
Yeah.
You don't organize, you don't have to organize sign.
Face. See how my games are doing.
I
don't know how to do this entire script.
I watched them like.
Maybe I'll get it done.
Let's see how Chad is doing. Oh man, why did you do that? No. Angry.
Bro, get your
Bro, I don't even remember which one. I think it was this one. I have confidence in that. Bruh. What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? What is going on up here, buddy? What the fuck?
We'll see how long we have. If it's under 5 minutes, so I won't go out.
That's how it starts. Now, this
That was
goes away.
100.
Yes, I did.
Let me smell.
Yeah, we're gonna bail. We are going to bail. How do I bail?
Okay, yeah, I haven't finished it yet because I can do one per class period for 1 hour.
Yeah. Cancel orders. Go back.
Yeah. I'm the same. I mean, it's. I listen to it.
IDK. See? Yeah, I have no idea.
More money? That's good.